Sean, for
Kevin.
today's expose, you assigned me somebody that I am not as familiar with, so I had to quickly find something, and it was not easy to find. I don't know why it was so hard.
I know why, but I'm not gonna tell you yet.
Okay, well, you have to fill me in on this stuff. But this is Kid Juggernaut, also known as Justin Jin, who is a Korean-Canadian student and baker. But apparently his family was kind of in charge of the Sidorak crystal or something, or has kind of history with the gem. I don't really know the history, but his family, it's his family, and then before it became King Marco, it was with their family, and then he kind of reclaimed it, and now is the Kid Juggernaut. So, I don't know, tell me more.
Yeah, so the reason why he's hard to find info on is because he just got created earlier this year, 2020, March 2024. And on top of that, he's only in Marvel Voices, and he's only in, they're called Marvel Infinity Comics, which is where if you're subscribed to the Marvel app, they make specific comics for you that don't necessarily go out to the general public. So he's behind a paywall.
Wow.
So, but I have quickly come to love Kid Juggernaut. So yeah, you're right. Kane Marco killed Justin's father or grandfather, I think his father, and then stole the gem from him. So Kane took the gem from Justin's family, but then the family was able to make a deal with Sidorak to get that power back. So now there's two Juggernauts, Juggernaut and Kid Juggernaut. What I love about him is he's queer. He's a queer teen.
Yeah.
He works at a bakery where he has a crush on a guy, and he's super awkward with the guy whenever he comes in. And his coworkers like, dude, that guy's straight. Do you notice how he doesn't remember your name and how he doesn't flirt back? But Justin is now in Avengers Academy with one of my other favorite queer Marvel characters. Oh my god, are you ready for this? Have you heard of Aaron Fisher?
No, who's Aaron Fisher?
So there's a legion of different Captain Americas. They're just small town heroes who dress up as Cap in their own way, and Aaron Fisher's one of them. I bonded with Aaron immediately because, tell me if this sounds familiar, he's a very punk, queer teenager. The story of Sean's life. And he's all tattooed. He has a mohawk. He was homeless or unhoused and riding around on trains and helping people. Eventually he got experimented on, so now he has the power to generate shields. All of this to say, Justin and Aaron have been awkward flirting. It's so funny in the comic, but then it's kind of sad because where I just left off, Aaron slept with someone else, so the rest of the team was oh, Justin's gonna be jealous.
Oh no.
But I'm loving it. I'm loving Avengers Academy so much because Justin and Aaron are such cute characters.
Yeah, I did see that he was queer because, well, I didn't really see per se, but I saw that he was in Infinity Voices, and I knew that was a queer thing. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you already know.
Yeah, I was on a podcast on House of X where we did one of the Voices Pride editions from last year, so I already had it in my brain.
Nice. Go you, girl. Look at you.
I know.
Welcome to Bayville, my new home. It's time you remember why they call me Storm.
Look at me, I look fat. Do I look that fat to you? Easy, you fuzzy elf. Everything is going to be just fine.
Was tight. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Welcome to this week's Solving for X. My name is Sean. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
And I'm something of an X fan myself. Kevin, that's my name. Yes.
Yes.
I want to tell people about my news.
Tell them.
So we all know that we're all going to be at the Uncanny Experience later this month, at the end of this month. Oh my gosh.
I know.
And I am a featured cosplayer as Cyclops, so I'll be playing the part of Cyclops. But I was also selected to be in the Very Mutant musical panel, which is an X-Men Christmas musical that was written, and I am singing 2 songs as Cyclops.
Wow.
I have to learn those 2 songs. And if you want to come to the panel, it's Saturday at 2:00 somewhere. I don't know where or all the details, but I'm going to be singing 2 songs. So it's cool.
Well, I am a Kevin friend and Stan, so I will be there.
Yay.
Yay. So that's exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting people at Uncanny Experience, which, that came up so fast. We're almost there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to get him back on the show to guest.
Yeah. Kevin.
Sean.
Remember how last week I so smartly told you about the Star Wars project?
Yeah. Was it
Everything
not right?
I told you was a lie. I've lied to you and our listeners. So it was not the Race to the Moon that was the Star Wars project. This happened later. This was in 1983 under Ronald Reagan. And this was when we basically got into a big show of our dicks with, I think it was still Russia, where we were developing weapons. And they called it the Star Wars project because it was like lasers and like stuff that you would see in Star Wars. So I got that wrong. So if I wrote the report Evan did, I would have got an F on it too.
No, he had a D, so he had something good.
Well, I have a D.
I know. Put the D into the A. Yeah, there you go.
Stop it.
That's how I remembered it was D, because I remembered our conversation about it.
That's true. All right. Last week we asked, who would you want to narrate a documentary? This was a fun one.
Yeah.
So people hate us because Kitty and Wolverine tied for last with 6%. Rogue got 30%, but hands down, Storm 58%, which she was like our second pick. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just no matter what Storm you're talking about, except for Halle Berry, she's so regal and so like majestic. So I get it, except for Halle Berry. No, I did find she got better through the movies. She was better than I remembered. I hate her in the first X-Men movie.
Right.
All right, so we're talking about Survival of the Fittest. This aired 3/3/2001. So this was a little bit of a pause again, almost a month since the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Written by Pamela Hickey and Dennis McCoy. Directed by Gary Graham, another superhero name. Gary Graham.
He's been on this he's been on the show before, or we said his name before, I should say.
Yeah. Kick us off.
All right, I'll kick you off.
Oh, ow!
Get off me. Okay. All right. Stokes County Maximum Security Facility. Nighttime. A guard walks through some major security, including lasers and cool Resident Evil style turntable room thing. Yeah, this is how you know you're getting close to the final boss, when you get these turntable things. It kind of reminded me, like they got inspiration from the movies. It kind of reminded me of Magneto's prison, but because it wasn't plastic, I knew it wasn't Magneto. But,
oh, you're right. Yeah. It was very similar.
Mm-hmm. The guard is visiting Kane Marco with the big bulge. He has been suspended in animation. The guard shifts. I'm like, what a weird sentence is so weird, because it's like I'm suspended, but I'm animated.
Oh yeah, it should have been in suspended animation. I got that wrong. But he's in animation, so I guess it's not wrong. He's in suspended animation in animation.
Okay. I'm like, yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
The guard shifts into Mystique. not Turbo, into Mystique and tells Kane it's time for a family reunion with his brother, Charles Xavier.
Charles Xavier. Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, in the woods, members of the X-Men and the Brotherhood are at a survival camp for reasons. Scott is put in charge of the group. As the camp counselor leaves, everyone breaks down into complaining and whining. It is revealed that the X-Team were sent to the camp by choice. Well, that or train with Wolverine. The Brotherhood clandestinely talk about being sent there to humiliate the X-Team. I'm trying to make X-Team like more natural sounding so we can get Marvel to change the name from X-Men to X-Team.
So the X-Men are there because
The
Xavier
X-Team.
wanted them to go. The X-Team are there because Xavier wants them to go through boot camp. But why are the Brotherhood there? Just because they want to be jerks to them?
Yeah, I guess Mystique found out and then sent them to humiliate.
To go with them? It's very
Which
bizarre.
kind of reminds me of the X-Men 97 comic that Mr. Sinister just wanted to humiliate the X-Men. I'm like, this is great story writing.
Yeah. All right. Trois. Back at the prison, Mystique continues to free Juggernaut. Mystique reminds Jugs that Xavier was the one who locked him up in the first place. Mystique tells Juggernaut that she is freeing him and that she needs him to take out Xavier. Juggernaut gets his helmet back and then pushes Mystique aside and tells her no one controls the Juggernaut. So yeah, this is because she's like, yes, I'll set you free if you just, get me Cerebro. Do whatever you want to, whatever. And he's like, I don't go on planes. I don't follow directions. Like, I'm my own person. I don't make sides. So, yeah.
So
it's weird that Mystique wasn't smart enough.
Yeah. I have something weird to say, and that's Juggernaut's body to me is strangely sexy. Like, I don't know. The way they draw him, he looks funny because his body's so, like, lithe and, like, nice looking, but then he has this big, stupid helmet on.
Well, because Juggernaut is a muscly kind of person, but I've never really been attracted to him before. But he has like a weird like frame where he's like I'm muscly, but also very narrow waisted, and like it's weird. It's weird. I don't usually see it like this.
You don't, yeah, and they really do kind of give him like a bulge and a butt. I'm like, I don't. So weird Seanism, and I think a lot of guys, gay guys, queer guys, share this. But a man in a onesie, like, it's very nice to look at, and that's what I'm getting from Juggernaut. This is a man in a onesie with a stupid-looking helmet. Just get a really big bag, put it over the helmet, and like, yeah, you got it.
There you go.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only weirdo.
No.
Back at survival camp, the X-Team, and Brotherhood are climbing ropes. Blob tries to join in, and the whole structure threatens to break under the weight. The team continue through the obstacle. Avalanche, you might know him as Lance Alvers, uses his power and causes Scott to fall in the water. Scott blasts Avalanche and takes over the boat and wins the race. The X-Team and Brotherhood erupt into an argument over who should have won. The counselor makes them all do push-ups. The counselor announces he has hidden a flag at the top of Mount Humiliation, and he challenges the teams to find it. Whichever team returns with the flag wins. Jean demands no one uses powers. What the actual fuck with this counselor? He doesn't notice anybody using powers, which means is he even watching these students? And then he's like, you know what? Fuck you all. Go climb that mountain over there and get that flag. I'm going to go fuck the cook. Like,
yeah.
What is he doing?
See, in my mind, I thought he was like some kind of undercover mutant and knew about it already and just didn't care. But
I like that better.
Yeah.
It should have been.
But that could have been. something that they just kind of threw in at the end. But yeah, they don't really tell you.
Yeah, this show has never been good about like actually hiding powers. They always just use them in plain sight.
Right. All right. Because the whole time I kept thinking of him, I'm like, who is he? Is he somebody? Is he in disguise?
He's Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, I know. So it was fun.
They should.
All right.
Well, I guess she couldn't be in two places at once. Because she should have been Mystique, but then she wouldn't be able to be at the school.
Right. Yeah. At first, I thought it was like because I said, "Oh, is there a train with Wolverine?" I'm like, "Is this Wolverine undercover?" Like, wouldn't that be funny?
That would be funny. Yeah, he could have been using an image inducer.
Yeah,
that would have been good.
Mm-hmm. And then we did see that he lifted his hat once, so I saw white hair. So we know because before he almost never see it was bald, but he showed white hair one time. I'm like, "Oh, is that a clue?" Like, who is he?
Is it Thunderbolt Ross?
Is he Bastion? Is he who is he? You know? So I don't know. It could have been fun. All right. Back at the manor, Logan walks in on Xavier scanning his students with Cerebro. Logan tisks Xavier for not allowing him to go train with the students. He's like, I gave them a choice, Logan. They chose not you. Just then, Cerebro picks up on a new mutant, Kane Marco. Xavier is visibly shaketh that Marco is free and in upstate New York. Xavier explains to Logan that Juggernaut was born with a dormant X gene, but it activated through his connection with the Sidorak. That had a red flag for me because I'm like, I don't think that's quite right, but sure, in this continuity, maybe.
Yeah, I don't like it. Here's the reason why. I feel like Juggernaut should either be a mutant or he shouldn't. In the comics, he's not. In X-Men 3, X-Men United, he is. I think like it's interesting that in this one it was dormant and it was activated by Sidorak, but then that changes the whole lore of Sidorak. Like, then what happens if somebody else gets the jet? Nothing.
Right.
They don't have a dormant X gene. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at least they kind of addressed it, so I'll give it to them. It's different.
It's an interpretation.
Yeah. I guess maybe in this world, maybe he's not connected to Sidorak. Maybe it's really did just jumpstart his gene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Juggernaut trudges along in his pursuit of Charles. 2 police cars stop in his path. Bad idea. Jugs deftly throws the police out of his path and continues forward.
Back at the camp. I want to say trash in the camp. That's why. All right. Cyclops encourages his team to keep going. They all complain about Cyclops as they struggle to keep up. Kitty encourages Kurt to just port them up, but Kurt refuses. It's like, Jean says no powers. Oh, I don't want her to get mad at me. He says they promise to not use their powers. Elsewhere on the mountain, the Brotherhood follow Blob up the side of a cliff. Real smart. Like, if he falls, we're all squished.
Yeah. Whereas if he went last and one of them fell, they would just land on him.
Yeah. Right. Bouncy, 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 boinky.
Bouncy, bouncy.
Yep.
Overhead, Storm flies the Blackbird, because that's all she does in this show is drive stuff. She engages autopilot and stands atop the jet. Oh, so she can't even fly stuff, right? She just does autopilot. She stands atop the jet. She uses her powers to cause a fog. The fog is meant to slow down the police from recapturing Kane. Logan reveals he has the danger room ready for Xavier to hide in. Xavier tells Logan that may not be necessary. If Kane is wearing his helmet, if Kane is not wearing his helmet, Xavier can use a psychic blast to stop him. Shouldn't Xavier already know if Kane is wearing his helmet or not? Because shouldn't he already be able to do that?
Right. You'll know one way or another what you can get into when you sensed him.
Right.
Meanwhile, a train passes through the fog as Juggernaut decides to walk right through, derailing the train. Bitch.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Back at the camp, Lance Alvers and Pietro dangle from the cliffside as Blob pulls them up. The trio meet up with Toad at an abandoned mine. Elsewhere on the mountain, Scott encourages Kurt to use his power to see if the flag is still there. I was just thinking of, what is it? The national anthem? That the flag was still there.
Oh, yeah. On the rocket's red glass.
I love it. Kurt is reluctant to break the power rule, but he does. Scott then encourages Spike to use his power to help them climb. The team catches Scott cheating, and Jean makes a point to climb the old-fashioned way. Go, Jean.
Yeah, I mean, she is definitely in with her morals this episode, which is it's admirable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where are we? 12?
11.
11.
This one goes to 11.
On a scale from 1 to 10, you are an 11.
Stop.
Elsewhere, the Brotherhood continues through the abandoned mine. They find a ladder. Lance finds that the ladder leads to a blackened opening. Blocked. Toad and Pietro encourage Avalanche to use his power to break the opening loose. Avalanche uses his power, but it ends up trapping them. Oh, so sad. Outside the cave, the earthquake reaches the X team. It throws Spike off the cliffside. Jean uses her power to catch Spike. Cyclops surmises that the tremor must have been from Lance Alvers. He demands for Jean to levitate them up to the top. She refuses. She's like, come on, you're just doing it for him. She's like, that is life or death. This is cheating. Hair flip. Rogue hears the Brotherhood, and the X team tells them they will help get them to safety.
So this reminded me of season 1 of TAS when Jean fell off the cliff and Rogue had to catch her. It's such a stark difference to see this. Jean's like just grabbing people out of the air easily, but that one had to be caught by Rogue.
Yeah.
Back at the manor, Xavier and Logan continue their vigil. Xavier tells Logan that once Kane was empowered, his anger also grew until there was no option but to lock him up. Outside, Juggernaut approaches the mansion. Wolverine leaps out to fight Juggernaut off. Mystique follows in Juggernaut's wake. Juggernaut beats Logan into the lower levels. Mystique is mad that Cerebro is broken in the fight. He backhands her into the danger room where Charles is hiding. Logan lays comatose next to them. So I kind of missed it, but I saw in the notes, and I think it's in this scene, we find out that Kane is Xavier's half-brother through their father.
Yeah.
So that's very different, because in the actual continuity, it's their mother.
Yeah. And they were stepbrothers.
Stepbrothers, yeah. So they have no relation, and are no actual relation.
Right.
That one doesn't bother me so much. It's just whatever.
I mean, it's just a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back at the cave, Scott rappels down to help Lance and the gang. Lance is hesitant to get any help from Scott. Outside the cave, Pietro uses his power to get to the flag. Kurt teleports up to stop him. Just then, Storm arrives in the jet and tells them that Xavier is in trouble, and Mystique is there in trouble kind of too. And the Blackbird drops off a pic of the two teams winning to the lackluster camp counselor. And the flag. He's like, here's the flag. Here's the picture of us on the top like you wanted. Not just one team, though. It's both teams because we're together. So sweet.
I love, though, that, like, Xavier and Mystique are, like, being threatened and, like, in danger, but they took the time to, like, take a picture, print it out, go drop by the counselor and be like, hey, guy, look at this.
You're welcome.
It made a memeable moment.
Yes.
All right. Back at the manor, Juggernaut closes in on Xavier and Mystique. As Jugs closes in, Xavier activates Logan's Run. I counted that as a pop culture moment. Pop culture moment.
Yeah, there you go. I like
Yeah,
it.
because there's the movie Logan's Run.
Yeah, the movie.
The danger. Like, he's just, yeah, the movie. I hate you.
Does it go? Does Logan's Run I come with cool runnings?
Yes.
Anyway.
And then if you get food poisoning, then it's hot runnings.
I don't know that movie.
You don't want to know that movie. Just then, the X-Team and the Brotherhood enter the fray. They work together to attack Juggernaut and save their leaders. Kitty, Rogue, and Toad manage to work together to remove Kane's helmet, allowing Xavier to overtake Kane's mind. Mystic Q orders the Brotherhood to leave with her. Scott and Lance Alvers exchange hateful/respectful leadership words.
Yeah, that's the one where like, you're not half bad. It's like, maybe you should take over sometime. There won't be a next time.
Yeah, you're stupid. I hate you.
Yeah. Black and Stokes County Maximum Security Facility.
That was a lot. You're a lot right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was a lot. I felt it. Logan, Scott, Jean, and Xavier sit and watch as Kane is put back under. Scott reflects on feeling good about fighting alongside the Brotherhood. Like, don't you think that should how it should always be? And whatever. She's like, yeah, whatever. It's good. And he's like, thanks for being my conscience. You can be my conscience any day, your voice of reason. She's like, okay, yeah, okay. It's so sweet.
It's almost like they're laying hints that, will the Brotherhood and X-Men fight together again in the future? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's our episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us how you felt about the episode and then rate it. Britishly bitchin' like Emma, pretty cool like Iceman. Australian Wolverine, you can't all ever go at it. Fat and sweaty like Jubilee. Unspeakable like X-Men Origins Depu.
Yeah. I mean, I think this was kind of like another filler episode in a way, but it wasn't in an annoying way like Spike Cam was. This felt like there was good things happening, some good character developments. I liked, some of the arcs and the actionies. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool, I'll say, because I wasn't really mad at it. I did enjoy my time with it, and I thought it was cute. So
Okay. I feel like the episode was fine. Nothing like really heavy hitting.
Yeah.
Like I felt the same. It was kind of just a filler episode. They made a few changes to Juggernaut, nothing too crazy. So I gave it Australian Wolverine just because I don't feel like it added a whole lot, and I felt like some of it was kind of weird. Like, I don't know if pairing the story with the survival camp with Juggernaut,
they didn't really go together. It was a little disconnected. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why it was just middle of the road to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who would you say is the MXP?
I know the obvious choice is Jean, but I'm going to do differently, actually.
I'm going to be Cyclops. I'm going to say Cyclops because I'm Kevin and I love Cyclops.
I'm choosing Cyclops. But because, no, hear me out. Because the whole power thing where like she's like, don't use your powers, and she's like, I thought Cyclops would be better than that. But the thing is, I credit Cyclops for being aware enough to know that the other team would cheat, and so he's just trying to be on an even playing field. Maybe it's not the high road to take, but I think he's doing what he needs to do to make sure that they're on fair terms because he knows them. He knows their behavior, and he knows what they're going to be doing. And he's like, well, I'm not going to let them, take the glory for that. So, so I actually commend him for that. Anyway, but definitely a great leader. The way he was instructing them to use his powers, because this is what they're doing. They're mutants. They're trying to be better at their powers and use them for good. And so this is actually a great training exercise for that too. I don't care. So get it, Cyclops.
Get it, Cyclops. Well, I went for the obvious. I gave it to Jean because I commend her for keeping everybody true to their word and not using their powers and knowing when it is time to use powers. And it's funny because the one time people get messed up and get in trouble in this is when the Brotherhood starts using their powers. They cause a cave-in, whereas if they just did it without powers, they would have been fine. So I feel like Jean had the right idea, but I like your take on Cyclops because it also makes sense.
Yeah, because if we knew for sure that the Brotherhood people would resist using the powers, it would have been A-okay. But they're not those type of people.
Yeah, true. We just got a notification. Oh, how cute. So now he's going to know when we're recording this, but friend of the pod, MJ, just sent us a comparison of things from X-Men Evolution that were inspired by other media. So we have a reel to look forward to. Thank you, MJ.
Look, cool. Yay.
All right. So for this week, previously on. Oh, it's a previously on, Kevin. It's 2 because of the way I copied it. Whose power would you most want in gym class? Jean, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, or Kitty?
Oh, gym class. So this is all the things that we did in gym, all the little sports things we had. I feel like Nightcrawler. Yeah, I'm gonna choose Nightcrawler because then I can zip around. You're gonna go block. I mean, considering they might not be the teacher's not gonna see my powers. They never do. So I'll be able to, we're playing soccer. I'll block that ball. I can go from here to here to here to here, move that, and you're never gonna catch me. Or I don't know. I guess I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, this is tough for me because I'd want Nightcrawler's power more than anything. I would love to be able to teleport, but he makes smelly clouds when he teleports, so he's not as subtle. So I don't know if I'd want his or Kitty's. Kitty's you can be more subtle with, but it's not as exciting of a power.
Yeah, and I try to think what do we do in gym class that their powers would be helpful for?
You know what? I'd want Storm's power because then anytime that you have to go outside, you just make it rain.
That's not an option.
No, it's not. I didn't put that on here. So I'm going to go Kitty. No, I'm going to go Jean. I don't know. It's so hard.
I know. I mean, Jean can move the balls anywhere that she wants them to go.
Yeah, she can.
Maybe Jean's is the most useful.
Yeah, she could also if you have to run the mile, she could subtly fly.
Yeah, right. just a half inch above, so no one even sees. And she's like, "I'm running."
Or even better, just go to the teacher and be like, "I already ran the mile." Implanted into their head, this is my score. Oh my god, I want Jean's power.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah. Next up, we have Shadowed Past. Do you remember what this is about?
Someone's past is shadowed.
I'm thinking it's going to be
Shadow
Wolverine.
King? Oh, Wolverine. No, I think it's a past thing. But I don't think they're going to get that involved with Shadow King right now. It's too big leagues for them at this moment in time.
True. I mean, you're right, though. Could be Shadow King and we could get into Storm's Past, but I don't know.
Maybe.
It seems like, you're right. That seems like a lot already. I think it's Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'll see. Where can the people find you?
Yes, you can find me on my personal Instagram, KJEECY87. And you can follow the other podcast about charmed books, Words of the Witches. We are, chugging along on there.
And how freaking exciting. You can go on Amazon and get a Kindle. You can get a soft cover or a hardcover of A Witch Your Heart Makes. Hey,
Yeah, the Charmed musical. It's out there in print. Yeah.
Yeah, it's out there in print. My hardcover comes tomorrow. I'm so hard for my hardcover. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Yes.
I think
so
everybody
cool.
should get their physical copy now before CVS takes it down.
I know. Because I'm like, Amazon didn't say anything, so I'll just keep doing it. People ask me, like, how'd you get by cover? I'm like, well, we'll see what happens.
I did it. I just went around them.
Yep. I just did it. They don't care. So
Yeah. So I think it's going to be like a cool piece to anybody's farm collection.
Yeah, and it got number 1 in like playwriting, like top new release in playwriting.
Wow. That's
I was
pretty
like,
awesome.
Okay. So
Yeah. You beat me. When my book came out, I put it under horror and LGBT, and it got up to number 15. But congrats
That's
on
pretty
number
good.
1. That's a big deal.
that's pretty good. I mean, how many books are in the playwriting category that really like so
Yeah.
yeah.
And for more on my book, go to Sean Perrette on Instagram. There's a link there to the book, to the shirts on Threadless, or to anything else within our podcast library. Yay. I'll see you next week with more X-Men. Because you can never have too much X-Men unless it's evolution. And then, you've had enough.
No, you're gonna love it by the end, I promise.
I fully expect they will. I just can't wait till season 2. Like, we just got to get through 4 more episodes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening to Sexy X's. We'll see you next week.
Yay, see you next week. I smell like a donut.